Howdy, howdy, everybody. Fellow knife enthusiast. How's everybody doing this Wednesday morning? Just going to come to you today and try to make a longer tag video as short as possible. I'm going to switch you around real quick. And if you can see up on my TV behind me, we have an open tag, and this is brought to you by Big J over at Big J's Knives. And he is wanting us to show 10 USA lockback knives. And I think I can participate in this one, Brother Jerry. Jerry, of course, took it one step further than just showing 10 USA made lockback knives. He also showed 10 USA lockback knives made by different manufacturers, which was quite hard. I think I've done it. If I had to do 11 or 12, I might have been in trouble. But I think we can rise to the occasion, and let's get with it. These are going to be a little lengthy in video anyway. So first of all, I want to show the SHRAD LB7. This is just a big hulking USA made lockback, and Brother Jerry, you kind of set the rules here. SHRAD is a mother company to 2 or 3 other individual companies. Oldtimer, Uncle Henry, I think Imperial one time, Imperial SHRAD. But in order to make this work, in which I seen you did the same thing, I had to start out with Mothership SHRAD on this LB7, excuse me, and I had to follow it up with an LB7. But if you can read that tang stamp, that is an Uncle Henry branded LB7. So basically the same knife, same specs, but technically released as 2 different companies. So this is the Uncle Henry LB7. Moving along in that same vein, everybody knows Oldtimer, and this is the Oldtimer 60T. And folks, this is absolutely right up there with my buck knives, my buck 110s and buck 112s. This is one of my favorite hard use lockback folders of all time. I love the 60T. It is very ergonomic, super beefy, super overbuilt, and just a fantastic hard use lockback folder. This is the Oldtimer 60T, and of course I've added a thumb disc on top here and a sharpening choil here for easy one-hand deployment and ease of sharpening. But what would any USA lockback video be without you know who? Buck. And what better to show off Buck than the legendary 110. Now this is a souped up, a little bit flashy model of the 110. One of my favorite knives in the collection. Has, if we can get it in the frame here, a gold inlaid buck scene here. Two buck deer racked up fighting. And we have some nice American elk stag handles on this one, with the brass bolsters. But nevertheless, this is a souped up buck 110, and you couldn't have a USA lockback video without the buck, and more importantly the buck 110. So buck 110 folding hunter. Next, we have a Kershaw. I don't know if the camera will get that logo, but right there in the middle, there we go, barely, Kershaw. And this is their big, beefy, overbuilt 1060 lockback, the 1060, and it has the nice finger grooves. These are rubber overmolded handles, and man, this thing is ergonomic. Oh, it just fits my fingers like a breeze. It is a tank as far as the grip of a knife. Big, full. Look how thick that is across the spine. But this thing is not heavy. If you are a weight conscious person, this is almost right up there. Probably is. We'll do it for comparison. Just about the same size as your Buck 110, but a lot lighter, because they went with they lost the brass and the wood, like in my case it was elk, but they lost the heavy components in the handle and went with a light rubber, and this thing is super light for its size. The Kershaw 1060. Moving along, how about good old Schott & Morgan? This is the Schott & Morgan Mountain Man. And here we have the bone, the worm groove bone handles on this guy. The light will do it justice there. Mirror polished drop point blade. And this is most definitely a lockback. Beautiful knife. Has some thumb jimping right up here on the spine. Comes into a nice drop point. Has the nice Schott & Morgan shield right there. Schott & Morgan Mountain Man. Moving along. How about Bear & Son? And this is a little modern take on a sodbuster, but Bear has went with, on this guy, they have put aluminum handles on it, and even added a pocket clip. So this is a very modernized sodbuster pattern, and I'm sure the camera won't get that, but if you can read that tang stamp there, that says Bear & Son USA. And this actually is carbon steel, but a little modern sodbuster work knife from Bear & Son. Next, what would any good video be? If you're going to show buck, you got to show a good old case. And in this case, see what I did there? We have the Casemoo. And I believe, folks, just my opinion, but I believe this is Case's response to the ever popular HT's favorite knife, the Buck 112. It fits in hand very ergonomically. Not quite as ergonomic as the Buck 112 in my opinion, but ergonomically, nevertheless, it's about the same size and dimensions overall as the 112. You can see the nice Mako shark here on the front. I can get that right in the light. Yep, of course we've added a thumb disc and for one hand opening. I'm a fan of that. But the Casemoo. Moving on. A lot of people's favorites, me included. How about a GEC? And in this case, the GEC Cody Scout. Added a nice lanyard on this guy. Has a nice houndtooth shield right there. Drop point blade. And I believe this is what GEC calls their burnt sienna bone. Very good looking bone there. And definitely a nice lockback. Give you a look at that in hand. Very comfortable. I fit right to the back of it. Get all 4 fingers on this. The GEC Cody Scout 72 pattern. And last but not least, I showed this knife the other day in a video Sunday. This is a maker here in good old Arkansas, McCoy knives, and this is their Rebel pattern. Has a nice bone stag. I believe that to be bone that they've kind of jigged to look like stag. I may be wrong. It may be real stag, but I believe that is bone jigged to look more like stag antler. But nevertheless, a good little lockback. Good snap on it. Pinchable open. Give you a quick shot of that in hand. I am just barely, if I get right up here on that bolster, I can get all 4 fingers on here. I am a little cramped. This is more of a pocket dropper for me. I may run this like as a 5th pocket carry, but honestly, I don't carry this knife a lot. It's more of a collector piece. But anyway, good old Arkansas right here. McCoy knives, and this is their Rebel pattern. Anyway, guys, we made it. I did not make the 10-minute mark I like to, so we're going to get you out of here pretty quick. I'd like to thank Brother Jerry for this awesome open tag. I made it. You guys tell me what you think about my selections, and I just challenge you other content creators, get on here and show us what you got. We'd love to see it in your collection. As always, right down here, drop me a like. If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing. We're growing this little channel, and the way we're going to do it is with you guys. Drop me a comment. Tell me what you think, guys, about my selections. Love you. We're going to get out of here. HT signing off.